Hello everyone, and welcome back to this week's Waiting and Watching. We've come out into the forest today, alongside a river. We're going to wait, we're going to watch, we're going to see what we can see. Let's see what we have around us. We already have something there on the water. It's a bit foggy today. Now the fog might help us get a little closer, but it also might make it a little more difficult to see. It looked like that we had a loon there on the water for just a second. Is it still? Oh, no, a blue jay sitting on the rocks. Okay. I don't know if we've taken a picture of a blue jay before. Oh, there it goes. Well, we might continue not having a picture of a blue jay taken. That's okay. Why don't we head a little further into the forest? See what's around. There's something there. A white-tailed deer. Yes, yes. Deer grazing. Lovely. Well, looks like the fog is lifting, and what do we have on the water but the common loon that we saw before? It was there the whole time, and the fog was just making it difficult to see. Let's wait a minute and get a better picture when its head is not down where the reflections are. Well, it's definitely the waterfowl are a bit harder to capture there on the water. But you know what? Let's see, can we get... Can't get any closer. That's unfortunate. We'll just take the picture as is, just so that we can see this great detail. The red eye of the loon. Loons are really cool. Maybe we'll be able to see one sitting on the water sometime. We are out in the open. We know better than that. Not exactly in any kind of cover. But let's see, what do we have over here? The Peking duck. A western toad. Toad and duck. This makes for a nice photo. Let's take a look. Thank you. Going for a little bit of a closer touch here. We do have a duck taking off. Oh, there's several of them. Let's see. Looks like we're about as far as we can. There we go. If we get a little bit more, we can get our toad friend right in the picture there. And the ducks in the background. And the ducks are looking a little hot. Let's turn down that exposure a bit. We don't need it to be super bright. It is noon in the game. Let's adjust the focusing here. Whoop. Very touchy. There we go. There we go. Yeah. That's a nice moment. How often do you get to see a toad walking with ducks in the background? Just waddling right along. No? Where are we headed now? Down into the water? Oh. You're just gonna sit there? Let's see. What I can see. Yep. Now, how many flies are around? Oh, here's a good picture. Look at all of this. Let's see. Let's go in here. Let's see if we can get down on your level with a bit of a zoom. With just a feast before you. Yeah, that's good exposure. Make sure you're in focus and turn down the blur strength so that you can see all of them behind you. Let's move our... Where's our focus? There we go. We go as far as we can to get the flies in focus as well, while we've got the toad in focus. Yeah. I like this. That's great. I don't know if there is for as much as... Oh, is there a muskrat crossing the river? Oh, that's a nice moment. Let's get over here. Let's see. First of all, I think we got some fish right here. Wow. It's very hard to do that when we can't go under the water to get a good photo. The reflections from the waves make it very difficult to photograph fish. But really cool. However, if we zoom in as far as we can, that's as much as we get, so it's pretty far. Whoops, I didn't want to get up on that rock. We're going to walk a little ways here. Let's see if we can get a little closer to... Oh, sorry, toad friend. Did not mean to hop up right on you. Just wanted to get a little closer to the muskrat. As we watch the water go by. Let's see. What about behind this rock? Does that get us close enough? I think it does. I don't think I've ever managed to see a muskrat swimming along. And, oh. Looks a little funny distorted in the water. The water is, let's see. If we try to find a good angle. Very sensitive. Well. The reflections are not ideal. It does exaggerate things a little bit, but you know what? That's a neat thing. Why don't we watch and see where the muskrat goes? Make sure there's nothing else around that we really would want to take a look at. Oh, there's a muskrat on the bank. That's what we're looking for. Unless... Let's see. Where are you headed? Well, the other one ran away, so you're our only hope. And off you go. Okay. Well, let's see what else there is. We do have some deer. What's up on the top of the ridge there? Oh, a hawk. Now you know how I feel about hawks. And if you don't, I'm a big fan of hawks. Large birds of prey are really interesting to me. Let's move in a little bit closer. We're watching to make sure that we don't spook. Unfortunately, the deer is spooked, and that's okay. Let's go up here and see what the hawk is doing. Oh, look, it's pecking at its feet. That is as close as we can get here. So let's savor the moment now while we can. Let's put you near the bottom of the frame. Get all this woods behind. Take a picture there. And then we'll see if we can move a little. Nope. Sometimes that's how it goes. Its legs are still down. That's pretty cool. This is a neat moment as well. Let's see. How high up can we go? That is as high up as it's going to let us. That close to the rock. Alright, alright. Well, it's something. Not something you typically see. Let's see if we can get out of this and grab another. No, wait for it. Let's see. We might just be too far away to really get a good close shot of it. Even if we go all the way up here, yeah, it's going to prevent us from going and too much closer. Well, that's okay. I still got a nice little moment there. And off it goes. Well, we might be able to see some fish jumping. If we wait, we watch, we just time it right. That is a leaf. Oh, there was one over to the left. I was looking over to the right. Nope. This is where the patience comes in. I have to keep an eye open for the entire scene because you never quite know where one is going to go next. This would be a kind of situation where I would set up a video rolling, probably in slow motion so that you could, at a high frame rate, so you could go back in and capture the entire moment. So you just roll through everything, but the timing of managing to catch one right here. I'm watching all these little spots. Just really hoping. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. Have they stopped jumping out? Did they get their fill? Eating enough bugs and now they're ready to move on? They might have. Okay. Well, that's okay. How about a Rocky Mountain cow elk taking a drink? Let's go in as close as we can get. I know it won't be that close, but you know what? Even with a nice telephoto lens, oh look, there's one up there even though, okay, let's go back out one. I want the whole rock situation. Nice down, as low as it'll let us get to the water. Just as low as we can. Oh, we're not quite there. We're not going to get quite to the water, but there we go. I want to be at water's level. You see the rocks in the distance with the trees. I get a little bit of sky and clouds. Let's adjust the exposure. That's not the exposure. I'll darken it down a little bit, I think. Let's turn off the focus. Turn off the blur, because I want to be able to see all of this. I want a nice high contrast photo here. Look at all of this. And speaking of contrast, we gotta split the difference between losing too much of the detail in the water and getting a little bit more detail in all the trees. How about that? I like that. That's a really cool moment, seeing the rocks. Let me just check one more thing. Make sure it doesn't look better even further out and wide. No, I think we had it. I think where we had it was good. All right. I think that's as good a note of any to end on. As we watch the Rocky Mountain cow elk drink from the river. That's a lovely moment. Fantastic. And you'll slowly turn and head off. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. And thank you for joining us today. If you'll come back next week, there'll be more waiting and watching. You never know what we might see.